guys, welcome back to my channel. So as fall is approaching, I wanted to do something a little autumn inspired with some copper glitter, a lot of warm tones, bold lashes, a lot of glow, some glitter on my lips. And I also tried out this foundation for the first time. This is the Tarte Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation, which I love. I think I'm going to be using this a lot. So I'll give you guys my general impressions as I'm trying it on in the video. But if you want to take a look at how to do this eye look, it's a little complex, but just has a few easy steps. Please keep on watching and subscribe to my channel. Hello, so we're starting with a clean face, and I'm just going to prime my skin with the Smashbox Green Color Correcting Primer, which is one of my go-tos when my face is especially red. And this is the new foundation that I tried out. I got this at Ulta for about $30. You actually get a lot of product. And I did go in, it has a lot of coverage, so I definitely would go in with a lot less. Because I did have to go in and really go in with a sponge and try to soak up as much of that product that I put on, because it was definitely way too much. Something I really love about this foundation is that it does stay a little bit wet for a while. So when I went in with concealer and my contour products, they blended out really nicely. And then I was able to set with a powder and get rid of some of that dewiness, which doesn't exactly work with my skin type. All in all, I'm a big fan. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Now this particular color, which if I'm not mistaken is light medium, is just a little bit too light for my skin, so I really just went in a little bit lower on that highlight area, and a little does go a long way. Then I went in with my everyday Urban Decay concealer in medium neutral. Now with my same sponge, I'm going to go in and blend that out. I usually go with any excess concealer on my lid, and that will just also kind of skip a step there and prime my lid if you want to do it that way. Now here I'm going to go in with my contour. This is just a Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Toffee. I usually put a little bit of concealer in this part because I feel like I have a little bit of a double chin there. But really when you're contouring, you just want to put it where you would want shade to hit your face. Then I'm just going to set with my Ben Nye Cameo Powder. I'm going to pretty much set all the parts where I put concealer or where I highlighted. And I'm going to leave this on for just a little bit. I tend to dry up a lot if I bake for too long. But this powder has a really nice finish. It's not too intense. Then I'm going to go in with Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil Bronzer to set the contour places of my face. So wherever you put the darker contour concealer, you want to set with the contour powder. And then I just warm it up with this BH Cosmetics Bombshell Bronzer. The bronzer I put higher on my cheekbone than what I put the contour powder on. Then I'm going to highlight with these two shades from the Carly Bybel palette from BH Cosmetics. And these are pretty pigmented, so you want to go in with just a little bit at a time. If you have texture on your cheeks, you probably want to stay away from too much highlight, but a little bit on the cheekbones and the brow bones is good enough for me. Then I'll brush off the powder that I used to set my highlight areas, and just make sure you get it well. Don't want to be left over with any powder on your face. Then I'm just going to use a peachy blush. And I always leave blush for last, it kind of just helps blend everything out. And I don't typically use a lot of blush because, believe it or not, some of my natural flush still comes out. So that's the face, nice and glowy and summery. I'm going to prime my eyelids with that Shape Tape concealer. And then I'm going to set it with the same Ben Nye Cameo powder so that once I start with the shadows, everything will blend in. I'm going to use this burnt orange color, and I'm going to just start drawing out that outer V shape. And this is just going to be the transition shade. And I'm bringing it all the way into the inner corner because this is going to be a halo eye. So basically it's going to have color on both the inner and outer corners of the eye. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker orange color. This is Real Gur from the Modern Renaissance palette. But I'm going to focus that a little bit lower on the crease and start to move that color onto the lid. All of these brushes are from Morphe, and I'm pretty much in love. So then I'm going to put a little bit of that color on the inner corner and start blending it into the transition color. Then with a cleaner brush, that same brush that I used for the transition shade, I'll blend everything out. Then going a little bit darker with this red ochre, and I'm going to use the brush from the palette. It has a nice stiff end, so it's easier to pack on the darker color, which now I'm going to bring even lower on the lid, and everything really is just going to kind of blend upwards. This is color number 4. So I'm using Cypress Umber from the same palette, and I just want to focus that on the very outer corners and blend that slightly into the crease. So this is 4 colors basically that we're blending up into a gradient. As always, it's easier to add on the product little by little, otherwise you might end up with a lot of powder or fallout on your face, and if you've already done your face makeup, you don't want that to happen. This is a NYX copper glitter that I'm going to put on the center of the lid, and I did use the Inglot Duraline as my glue. I'm just going to re-darken up those corners and then blend everything out. I'm going to put on some lashes. I didn't really record the full process because I had a really hard time, but ultimately I got them on. And here I'm just tightlining with the NYX Très Jolie pencil in black. And I'm going to do this on my lower lid as well. So just put that black pencil on the waterline. Oof. Then I'm setting the waterline with the Cypress Umber color. And I'm going to put the red ochre directly underneath it and then blend it all out with the burnt orange. For my lips, I just use NYX Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm. I decided to take just a little bit of the leftover glitter I had on my brush and just put it kind of like on the higher points of my lips, just to give it a little bit of a shimmer. And that's the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. This is a little bit more dramatic, lashes, different colors, glitter, but it's definitely something fun that you could easily try, and really this is all about practice, and it truly does make perfect, as they say. If you have a few colors that you think might work for you, you can always switch it up. But if you want to keep watching videos like this, please subscribe. And thank you so much for watching today. Have a great day, guys. Love you.